Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hopefully you can hear us okay. All right, good. Let us know if you can hear us. I was having some trouble with it the other day. Make sure we're still good. Everyone hear us okay?
I think so.
Hello, living my Jeff life. Congrats on the new baby. Thank you. Yeah, there's a few things we wanted to chat about. Can hear you. Okay, good. Yeah, so we got some mail for Christmas. We just got like this. We didn't get a ton of stuff, but we got a few packages for Christmas season. We weren't expecting that, so thank you. We're going to open up a couple of them on here. We wanted to talk about the baby, obviously, or maybe not obviously, for those of you who don't know, we're pregnant. We're going to have a little boy. Yay. And it's been quite the journey for us.
Yeah. We really wanted to share, like, as soon as we found out, of course, but we didn't want to get too ahead of ourselves, and we didn't want to put ourselves in a position where we would have to explain later something went wrong. So and I'm glad that we waited. It turned out to be a good choice. I think it gave us some time to just absorb it and kind of have that private time as a family. But now we got to share it with everyone, and I cannot tell you like the amount of messages I've gotten. I know Holden's gotten a bunch. It has been so overwhelmingly positive, and we're so thankful for that. You just never know with social media and YouTube how people sometimes can turn a positive thing into a negative thing, or just have something to say. And so I'm so happy that everybody was so sweet. A couple of the messages like almost made me tear up. So I'm just super thankful that you guys were so kind and sweet to us. It made it so much better for us. I think we had a lot of anxiety telling people, or the world rather. So you guys made it super easy.
Yeah. So we're obviously very excited. There were it's been 3 months, since that Jen's been pregnant. And so there have been a few times where we've had some more like stressful days. We've had like appointments. We had a little, I don't know if you're going to talk about that, but there have been some more stressful moments like during the early onsets of the pregnancy or whatever. And so we're like trying to handle that, and we get, behind on filming or something. We're going to film something that day. We just couldn't because we had a partial emergency or something like that. And all I could say is, when is such and such coming out? When are you going to watch this? When are you going to watch that? And so it's hard to be like, okay, they don't know what's going on.
And on a personal level, a lot of times it was difficult because for any of you dads out there that have been through pregnancy with your wives or your girlfriends, fatigue is a real thing in the first trimester. And there was a lot of times where I was like super nauseous or just exhausted for no reason because I got full night's sleep. But we really I wanted to stay on track. I know Holden did.
I feel so bad for you because the comments of you yawning were just like, there's so many comments about Jen yawning, and Devin usually tries to edit them out. We only really leaves them in if it's necessary for like the story part of the reaction.
Yeah.
And but I felt so bad because it was like there's a reason her body is like physically tired. And that's why. Oh, Ace Mobile Gamer, congrats. Harmy Army is growing. Super excited for you both.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Are we going to see my baby watches? I've seen a few comments joking about that. We probably will. I think that, when we have the baby, that I'll probably just be holding it for some of the videos, or if I need to step out because I've already seen stuff.
I'm a little more realistic. I know that
I'm not realistic.
Not that you're not, but I think the first couple of weeks, like that will be something that will be probably possible. But beyond that, we're just going to have to kind of rearrange our schedule. And I know we're both okay with that, and we'll just make it work. But I think the first couple of weeks, maybe sleep so much that I think might
be possible. Yeah. We're also looking into like daycare and stuff, doing what we can just to, we'll make it work. Peyton Frank, super congrats. Baby Toby, baby Andrew, baby Willem. I'm something of a baby myself. Thank you so much, Peyton, man. I appreciate that. Dante, hey guys, just wanted to say congrats. I couldn't be more proud of both of you, and this channel has been growing in the best direction. Best of luck. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I'll be at Fan Expo this weekend in New Orleans. If any of you guys are going to be around there, I'm not going to be a guest or anything. I'm just going to be around filming for it because Sam Raimi's going to be there, and I'm going to be seeing him. So that's what I'm going for. Here, I'll give it to you. We got some mail as well. We got some wonderful. We got a. I already opened this one. I think it's the only one I opened was a comic that was made by Avi Lewin. I hope I said that name. That name right. Sent us to this really cool comic. I had not yet gotten back to him about it, but I did go through it, and I think that it's awesome. And I'm actually really curious about how you can even make your own comic. Hassan Ahmed, heard the news. Congratulations. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Lots of congratulations. We really appreciate it. You guys have just been so sweet and kind and just made this whole process easier.
We got a letter from Alexander Capetillo. We usually don't read letters on live stream just because they can be kind of personal. But I just wanted to let you know that I was holding off on opening it so you could see. I'm trying not to. I don't like to show addresses either. Mm-hmm. So we'll go through this here too as well. A lot of thanks, a lot of kind words here. Always a film request, of course. Thank you. We'll read that off camera, buddy. But thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
Jake West, congrats. My partner and I are expecting our second child in July. The first trimester has been rough. We are right here with you. Good to know. Good to know that there's some people on board that kind of have either gone through the experience or going through it now. It was definitely rough. And I think for us, it was a little bit extra rough for many different reasons. But I'm just happy with where we are now.
Me too. Oh, it's funny because in that letter I saw the request was for Silver Linings Playbook. Oh, it's from him, Alexander Capetillo. Thank you so much. Sent the Silver Linings Playbook. Nice. Fun fact: this is actually a movie I have not seen. I am aware.
I've never even heard of it.
I'm aware of it. It's Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, but I have not seen it. But thank you so much for sending that to us, buddy. Appreciate that. Barack become a member for 7 months.
Wow.
Thank you for being here, buddy. Yeah. Sorry, I got all this mail. It's probably in the worst spot. Justin S. I think this is Justin, our Patreon member. I recognize the name. He's been a patron for a long time.
Any plans for a glass onion reaction? We actually just filmed that yesterday.
Yes. So that'll be next week. We have if you're a Patreon member, you're already seeing what's coming out tomorrow.
And if you watch Knives Out, you guys probably saw the moment where we spotted a mouse, which was traumatizing. We did not apprehend it, but we had Orkin come out and they honestly just like set up the traps, which I'm like, we could have done that. I thought there was like some preventative thing that they were going to do, but I guess not.
Yeah.
And it didn't catch anything.
Yeah. That night that we filmed the Knives Out reaction, I went to the store and bought some traps and set them up by the fridge and like where we saw it and whatnot. And then I think they came the next day and set up a bunch of like their traps in our attic and like the wall. And we were like, we've never heard mice here. We're the first people to live in this house. So wait, and now we haven't had any issues since then. So the Orkin guy set the traps, came back later, like a week later, and all the traps were empty. So he's like, they probably bit the trap I set, and then it just died on its own.
Which I wasn't trying to kill it, but we weren't able to like catch it on our own and like remove it from the house. And I didn't want like further baby mouses in the house. So I feel I have a little bit of guilt because like when you mentioned that like it probably died after it like left the house or whatever, I just like pictured this like little mouse. It was a baby mouse too.
Yeah, it was small. We haven't had any issues since then, and I left the traps up. So
I still look like whenever I go in a room, I take a quick scan to make sure that there's not like some mouse carcass just laying there because I'm Very paranoid.
Oh, this is such a cool Christmas present. This is from Justin. I think it's the Justin from our Patreon. This is a lot of stuff, man. Jeez.
Oh, wow. That is a lot of stuff.
Wait on opening it.
Aw.
Here, I'll let you. Merry Webmas. Oh, cool. So, I wish we would have opened that prior because that's a Spider-Man ornament.
Oh.
That much. Oh, I'm not even showing
We'll
you
do
guys.
it for next year.
Oh, Jen is a huge friend of
What
fans.
is it?
Fan of Friends.
Oh, is it a? I'm gonna put that up on the fridge.
Magnet.
Yes, I love Friends, so give me all the Friends stuff.
Star Wars magnet. Got a wonderful letter here. Again, I don't like to read them on air because they're usually they can be kind of personal. Justin, thank you so much, buddy. We'll make sure to read that off the air once we get off. Chris, thank you so much, man. Happy New Year to you.
Congratulations and New Year.
He sent us some Spider-Man playing cards, which I'll definitely use. I actually have some Dragon Ball Z playing cards I just got not that long ago. To Jen. Oh, sorry. It's probably backwards to you guys. To Jen, because of your newfound love of The Mandalorian and Star Wars.
Oh my goodness. He's so cute.
This is also, he said, to Jen, roll out the holiday cheers, it says.
What is it?
A little Optimus Prime.
I love
ornament.
Oh my gosh, such great choices.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, man.
We'll definitely put these on the Christmas tree next year.
Logan's Run, one of the best classic sci-fi movies of all time. I hope you two will enjoy it. Yes,
I've never heard of that.
I have not seen it, but I do know of it. Billy Jack, one of the most badass movie characters of the 1970s, also one of the highest grossing independent films of all time. Just make sure you watch The Trial of Billy Jack with some tissues. Enjoy. There's that one. Thank you so much. A fine addition to my collection. Oh, yes. And then if you love Lord of the Rings movies, you two will love this. It's not as long. You may want to watch this before watching the Disney Plus show. Enjoy the adventure. This is, of course, Willow, which is a classic. I have not seen it either, but I do know that there was a new show that just came out on Disney Plus. I heard there was controversy around it because everything is controversy. And some wonderful comic books. Oh, I actually sent two.
Oh, there's an X-Files one.
That's for you. You want to show that to them there?
Yeah.
X-Files.
Ooh. Good picks.
It's not the real thing, Holden, just a reprint of some of the original Amazing Spider-Man comics. So, Holden, please don't be offended. I'm not easily offended. Please don't be offended. Just thought you would find this funny being from Florida. It's a Florida Man comic. That's pretty funny. I will actually read this too. To Jen, yes, there's a Bumblebee. I went to 2 different comic book shops and they were sold out. I hope you can find it. This is to Jen from Justin.
Wow.
Transformers Optimus Prime.
You put a lot of thought into this.
Stuff,
that is so great. And they're such good picks too. You definitely have probably watched every single video because you know our taste very well. So
if it's Justin, I think it is. He's been a patron for over a year at least, if not longer.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. $50 super chat. Matthew.
Oh, wow.
Congrats, my friend. I just joined. Do we know boy or girl? We know it's going to be a boy.
Well, here's the thing. We took, you can do like the sneak peek or whatever. And it said it was a boy, but it also has like a margin of error. So my brain is really like, oh my gosh, what if, because we all wanted a boy. Like our family is like team boy.
We were,
and
yes.
So my thought is like, oh my gosh, what if we get so hyped up and we're like in that 5% or whatever, and it comes out, which would be fine. Listen, as long as the baby is healthy, like we're excited, but we're definitely team boy. So we're hoping that it's correct. But with his luck, I'm just so.
The test is like 99.5% accurate. So they say.
Well, they say if it's not contaminated, if like a male touches it, any male DNA touches it, then it'll pop back as boy.
Well, there's all women working there when we went in there, so.
Well, yeah, but like just hopefully they have like some standards when they test this.
It's funny because on the fine print when we went in there, I was like, if the results are wrong, you get a refund, and I was like, good, we're going to be getting that refund back.
Yes, but you can't do it until after you can send in the birth certificate.
That's fine.
I
I'll
think
wait.
that's how they get you.
I'm a patient man,
Yeah.
and it's inevitable. It's going to happen.
Chimp Chumbo. Can't wait to see your reaction to the final 4 episodes of Clone Wars. Maul is a beast.
Yeah, well, you know, if you wanted to go to Patreon,
everything is
the
there.
The lowest tier, they're already available
That's
to you.
$5.
Yeah, I think $5 is the lowest tier. You might even be able to do like a custom, like $1. I think you'd still be able to have access to them then if you wanted to watch them early. Have you seen Smallville, the best comic book show ever? I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Same.
To me, my friend Gus loved Smallville. Really spent forever trying to get me into it. And whenever I watched it, I always felt like it was like a Dawson's Creek with superpowers. Like it was very, very like a lot of drama stuff. Just wasn't interested in. But I do hear that it has good moments and does get good. I'm gonna scroll up. There is the. And yes, you will see the little baby once it gets here. I've been documenting the whole thing. I've been filming like our appointments. Mm-hmm. I've been filming some of Jen's food requests, you know, as they had happened. So I've been documenting the whole thing. So I know that you guys are just finding out now, but I'm planning on making like a big video, you know, until when the baby's born. So that's it. That you're not going to see it till June, July, whenever the baby's born. But I have been keeping track of it. Chimp Chumbo, the most anticipated movie for me is Spider-Verse. 100%. Can't wait to see Spider-Man 2099 in action. Hoping for spectacular Spider-Man to make a return. I agree. The Spider-Verse movie was so good, and I think that the sequel is going to be wonderful as well. Is The Legend of Vox Machina on your radar? No, I think I remember somebody requesting it a while back, but
I don't even know what that is.
I'll let you read it. A couple more. We got 2 more packages.
Jacob, congratulations to you too. Thank you so much. Lots of congratulations. You guys are just so sweet, and we really appreciate everything. I've tried to on Instagram, any messages that I get, I try to personally respond to you guys, because that's really just to go out of your way to do that just means so much to us. I am Wakeify. Any interest in the Avatar comics about Zuko's mom?
Yes, actually, we went to Books A Million the other day. I was looking for it, and I found part 2, but not part 1 there. So I was looking for, because I read the Son of Dathomir comics for Clone Wars, so I am interested in that. I was looking for it.
William Roush, my son watches Blue's Clues. Steve goes to college. I've never seen Blue's Clues.
What? You never watched?
No, Fox and Savannah were always like Scooby-Doo, Rugrats, I guess Sesame Street, that type of stuff.
Oh, this is another one from Alexander Capetillo.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much.
Very generous.
Kind of out of order for him. I like that Amazon has their own, like, they'll like wrap it for you.
Yeah.
I know we're a little past Christmas.
Tayeb Majumdar. Congratulations on, I probably slaughtered that. I'm so sorry. Congratulations on the baby. Thank you so much.
Congrats on the baby thing. My nephew was 99% a girl. Turns out he was not. I'm going to get that refund if it's not a boy.
I hope not. Just because, like, oh my gosh, like, we're just going to have to, like, everything we get for the baby's room would be, like, very boy directed. Hopefully not. But like I said, as long as the baby is healthy, I'm just fine with that.
Christmas thing? Feel bad. I don't think we actually even got these.
Well, we can always do it for next year.
Another Christmas ornament.
Oh, Holden will definitely put that up.
Actually, it looks like the exact same one I used for our baby photo.
That's so funny.
Thank you so much. I'm putting that with the other ones you sent us.
MP Jumper, congrats and best wishes to the whole family. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We have not told Fox about it just because I don't think that he's really able to, like,
his
understand. So maybe when I get farther along, we'll explain it to him and visually if he can see a baby bump.
Because to him, it's just gonna be like, oh,
that's
can I play
literally
Sonic Mania?
that's literally his reaction to everything.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, cool. Like, so anyways, we told Savannah, our 14-year-old, and she was happy about it, but once she found out that it was a boy, she was like, I'm so happy.
Yeah, she did not want a girl. She was like, I want to be the only girl in the house, or
Yeah.
the only daughter.
Yeah.
So she was really stressing that being a boy.
Very much.
This is from Andrew and Christine Lenars. We've had this for about, I want to say a little over a month now. Oh, maybe longer. September, this says. I was holding off on doing it until a review. But Andrew and Christine, if you happen to watch this or catch it on playback, we have received your package. Oh, this is cute. Oh, I wish we would have known this when we went
Is it Christmas?
No, it's Disney.
Oh my gosh. Yes, oh my goodness.
I wish we had, because we went to Disney. Our friend Di got us free tickets. So we went at the end of November. I filmed it. I just haven't edited it yet. But anyway, sorry. They're looks like
they're so cute.
It looks like there's one for each of us. Oh, that's cool. Well, Spider-Man.
I know who that's for.
Spider-Man ears.
It's totally for me.
And last one there. So I literally had this package here.
That is so
before
cool.
we left for Disney.
Oh,
thank you so much, guys. We
thank
appreciate
you.
that a lot.
Oh my goodness. And those are not cheap either.
Yeah, they're not.
Thank you. That is the sweetest thing. We will definitely use those when we go next.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna feel bad because they're gonna, if they don't watch this live stream, which they probably won't, they're gonna see the vlog of us going to Disney and not have them. They're gonna be like, oh.
Hopefully they're watching it. Chris Cornett, congrats. Been trying to say that in an original way, but got nothing. It's okay. Have many reaction ideas, and you have enough, but just beat the game until dawn.
Until dawn, yeah, it's a good game.
Just beat the game. The game is until dawn. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be next week. I think we're gonna try and do some gaming. So hopefully y'all will tune in to that. And thank you so much. We really appreciate the congratulations.
They said the people that gave us the Christine and Andrew, the ones that sent us the ears, said that they're handmade. They made them themselves.
Oh,
so really
y'all
impressive.
need to go into business because those look, I mean, just like the ones you can get at Disney, which are ridiculous. So hopefully y'all will consider opening a business on your own because you can bank on that. Fairborn, adult animated Dungeons and Dragons show, originally fan funded by the makers of Critical Role. Jen loves adult themed shows. I really do. It's fantastic. If it's dark or if it's, well, I guess that would be up like the same alley as adult themed shows, but dark or if it has some like sexual stuff in it. But I mean, it makes it interesting. You don't think so?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to make sure it stays. Sorry.
I am aware of that show. I think that Amazon, it was originally fan funded, but Amazon ended up paying for the budget for it after the fact. How did you find out? Did you have a gender reveal? No, we don't really do all that. We got an email, you know.
I'm pretty low key. I don't think that I didn't want to do a gender reveal. I don't even know if we're going to have like a baby shower. I'm just super, I guess just low key. Like I'm not really.
Gender reveals, I feel like are more modern, like in the past, like 10, 15 years, has that become like a thing? And I'm not really interested in doing all that to find out. I did want to be the first one to find out. So when we got the email, because she had to do blood and then they email you the results and that takes a couple days. And so after they sent the results in, Jen was like, oh my God, we got to find out what it is. So I was the first one to find out, and then I told her.
And this is not to get confused with, we don't want to memorialize moments.
Yeah. Oh, and I filmed all that. We filmed it all.
Yeah, we absolutely, like, he was in here working, and I messaged him. I was like, hey, the results are in. And then we videoed the whole thing. Yeah. So, and we got like Savannah's reaction, and it was a really cute moment. But as far as like doing all the parties and stuff, I just don't think that that's like my thing.
And there's like we're so used to having the camera like just on in the house too, but if there's like like I just set the camera up on a tripod and put it in the corner. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to. It's about the gender reveal, not about the filming. But we're fine. I put it up, and it just it just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not. I didn't like mic us up, and it's probably not going to be the clearest audio just because.
No, it was very natural.
Yeah.
It was not a whole photo op and everything.
Yeah, we're not TLC or whatever the channel is.
Red Balloon, first ever super chat I have done, and no better reason. Oh,
thank you, Red Balloon. Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
What is that? Oh, cool. Mind if I take a quick?
Sure.
MP Jumper just gifted 10 Hardman members.
Oh yeah, we saw this for the first time. I think was it last live stream
a while back. So I know we're getting behind.
Enjoy, y'all. Enjoy.
Yeah. So the perk of that is you get early access to Rebels that we're doing right now. But very, very cool.
Yeah.
We're behind on a few of these here. Holden, been a part of my return to faith. That's very, very flattering. I like the $7.77.
Yeah.
Your son will be a blessing for you both. Keep up the great work. Best wishes. Thank you so much. I've been wanting to do more of those videos. I wanted to do something about Uncle Iroh, actually. It's really just a matter of time being the big thing. But thank you so much. It's super flattering to hear that. Besides Spider-Man, who's your favorite superhero? Probably Batman is up there.
Really?
Yeah, I love Batman. What about you?
I mean, I don't really have any favorite superheroes. Thanos is
Well, you know the villains, but if you had to have a hero, you'd probably like Iron Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he would be my favorite.
Chris Cornett, Jen, please end up being a fan of Assassin's Creed. Holden, you got to react to the third Spider-Man game when it comes out.
I really don't know anything about games, but I do watch him play Valhalla. And that is one that interests me that I think I would really like because I'm a big fan of Vikings. So that one I'm very interested in, but I don't know what Assassin's Creed. It sounds like it's a shooter game.
No, Assassin's Creed is like Valhalla.
Oh, okay.
It's a series of games, but that one is just like on Viking stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
we posted on Patreon video game suggestions because we would like to do some video games in the nearest future. It's just a matter of games that are like manageable for a non-gamer starting off, games that we could conceivably finish. Like I'm hesitant to do a game like Valhalla because of just how long it is. And, by the time we got to part 37 of Valhalla, it might start to wear off a little bit. Whereas like Lego Star Wars, we could beat one of the levels in 2 hours. And it's like a chapter, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. So it makes more sense to release them in that way. It's more manageable for us. So, just games like that. So that's we're wanting to do stuff. Yeah. Would you guys watch Rick and Morty? I've seen all Rick and Morty. I love Rick and Morty, but I don't know if that would be up Jen's alley. I
think you're probably right. I would still check it out, but it doesn't look like something that would be.
It's a very guyish show, but maybe not. I know some girls do enjoy it. MP Jumper, thank you so much, man. Since 23 is my favorite and luckiest number, and it's my 23rd month as a YouTube member. Oh, very cool! Almost 2 years, man. I'm spreading some of that luck around with extra memberships. Hope some of that luck rubs off on YouTube. Thank you. I need it. Yeah. Well, if you saw Knives Out, our cabinets are falling. We got rodents.
This is just how it's been. It's not even just like lately. It's just this is the norm.
Yeah. So, but that's fine. I'm so used to, at this point. I'm not even fazed by it.
We like actively prepare for it now. So yeah, it's definitely the norm.
Here's a good Sniper Panda 92. Did the kids get a Turbo Man for Christmas? It's funny because we watched that movie over the holidays. We watched Jingle All the Way. Zachary Scholes, thank you for becoming a Harmy member. You guys weren't kidding, Law. I just became a member, and I'd stay, but I have some catching up to do. Have a good. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Your Alien video was so good and nice watch. And nice watch of The Last Airbender. You guys are so sweet to watch. Been watching for years. Thank you so much. It's very nice. Epsy, Jen, if you like Norse stuff like Valhalla, you or Holden should do a series on God of War or God of War Ragnarok. Those are other games that I don't, just like the length of them, I don't know if it would be feasible to do, but I would love to do that.
Mario Party game night. Oh my gosh, I would so do that. I love Mario. Okay, so the only games that I have reference to is Mario Party and Gran Turismo. Oh, and Crash Bandicoot. Those are the games that I played when I was like a child, and I loved it. They were the only 3 games that I played, but I loved them, especially Mario Party. We've played Mario Party as a family like once or twice, and I would so do that.
We played the original on the Nintendo 64. So maybe we could maybe do an old Mario Party game. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Robert Spain, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Holden, congrats. Thank you. And which Fox Marvel character do you think the MCU will do great, and which will they totally fudge up? Fox Marvel, I don't know, man. Phase 4 kind of had ups and downs, and it was very similar to how Marvel Phase 2 was, and early of Phase 3. So I think that they all could be done well. I'm really looking forward to the X-Men in particular. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Fantastic Four done well and integrated into the greater MCU, if done well. My biggest fear, and it has been my fear since Marvel Phase 1, is that when you start getting too many characters and too many things going on and the stakes continue to rise, I call it the Dragon Ball Z problem. As the power continues to scale up and up and up and up, you have to introduce new characters that can keep up with those levels. And so, it kind of like in Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, when it starts off and he's like fighting these individual strong guys, then he fights an army, then he fights a continent destroyer, then he fights planet destroyers, then galaxy destroyers, then universe destroyers, and then what's after that? And now he's fighting gods, and now he's going beyond that, and there's really nothing. So that's my fear with the MCU, the Dragon Ball problem, to make the stakes big enough and like concerning enough to we as the audience care about it and are invested into it, but not so grand that they become it just becomes a matter of, oh, this person's stronger than that one. Ultron was so strong. Thanos is even stronger, and then Kang is going to be even stronger than that, and then who's coming out after him? So that's my biggest concern. I missed one. Kyle, ever consider watching Iron Giant? Jen, I know Holden has. Yes, I would love to do Iron Giant. We're trying to do a couple of non-animated things in the near future, but Iron Giant is one I would love to do.
Joey loved it in Friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is good. It is very good.
I love Iron Giant.
Nate, love you guys so much. Thank you. God bless. I've always wondered about your dog's name's Boston. Are you a fan of Boston teams? Much love. No, Boston is a pit mix with a Boston Terrier. And I could not decide what to name her. And I think I got her name partially from her breed. So there's no greater meaning to it than that. You want to do this one here?
Red Balloon, addicted now. Holden, I love your work. I got a message from you I hadn't seen to discuss something. Message me on Insta. P.S. Congrats again.
I'll check it out. But here's the thing. We've been getting a lot of impersonators on some of the channels saying, hey, text me to get a free PS5 or free whatever.
Yes.
And I had, maybe naively, I thought that at this point on like YouTube culture, just internet culture, that if it's not my name with my check mark, that it's a scam. I'm not saying that that's maybe I did message you. I'll have to look. But so just be aware of that, because I don't see every Instagram message I get because we get so many. I know Jen gets a lot too, but I have seen people message us asking, hey, am I getting that PlayStation? Like, no, I'm sorry. And it just makes us look bad. It lets you guys down. It's not us, and I delete them and hide the channels when I see them, but they just make new ones.
Right. And I'm pretty sure, maybe I'll just speak for myself, but as far as like Instagram, I don't message people a lot. I will respond if you message me, but I don't. So if you get some random message from me, it's probably not real. I don't know how much you reach out to people and message on Instagram.
I do sometimes, but it's usually for work. If they do some type of work or some type of thing, I'll message to see if we could do some type of collaboration. But just like reaching out to random people, not really. So I don't, maybe I did. I don't, I'll have to look. I'll check my Instagram just to double check. But
unfortunately, I've gotten quite a few messages from people saying that they received a message from Holden and that was actually not the case. And so if y'all are ever in doubt, you can reach out to me or Holden on Instagram. But No.
Oh, okay. So Red Balloon. I had emails back and forth about a cartoon you were trying, but since changed my mail. Oh, okay. So yeah, it would have been something relevant to that. I think it's in relation to that. Sorry, no more chat here. Not hogging the chat. No problem. Honestly, I'm not really the most active on Instagram in general. So shoot me an email. It's on my about page on the channel. It's HoldenTHardman@gmail. So just shoot me an email and we can catch up on that. Congrats on the baby. You'll be great. Thank you so much, Jerry. I appreciate that a lot. We are continuing with Jessica Jones. I saw somebody asking. Check out the community post from yesterday. Yeah, so if you haven't seen the community post, we're having a baby.
It'll make a lot more sense.
Yes. Oh, and I mentioned in the title of this video, the Star Wars short film. I'm a little bit more comfortable talking about it now. I've been working on a Star Wars short film for a couple months now, and it's coming along great. The last day of filming will be next Saturday, is the plan. It's been doing great. I've been posting some behind the scenes stuff on some of the higher tier patrons on Patreon, but I'm very happy with the way it's turning out. I think it's going to be very good. It's going to be about Darth Vader. If you're interested in that, it is funded through Patreon and it is funded through our YouTube channel. So if you want to help support that, your name will be in the credits. If you donate even the lowest tier on Patreon, your name will be in the credits of the final product. And I'm very excited to get that done. You want to do this one?
Iman Mayer. Hello from Australia. Congratulations on the news. I would love to see you guys react to Twin Peaks and Dark. It's in German, but it's truly amazing. I've heard about Twin Peaks. I've heard that it's very similar to the X-Files, so I would totally be up for that. Dark, I'm unfamiliar with.
I've not seen it either, but it's probably because it's a German show. But I'd be interested in checking it out. Adam, congrats, Hardman's. Love the announcement pics. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Toasted Shoes, off to bed. It's 3 a.m., but wanted to stop by and say congrats on the baby. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Mark, hey guys, will y'all be watching Arcane sometime? We put it on polls, but it has not won the most recent TV show one. So by the time, I think we're going to finish Jessica Jones first, and then we're going to do probably another poll.
Yep.
Also watching you guys while I'm delivering. For some reason I thought you were like delivering your baby. Very cool though. Lucario, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Congrats on the baby. I'm super happy for the family. Aww. I think your real concerns for the MCU will be finding someone to babysit when the new Avenger movies come out. Also, there's a Friends Lego set. I know. I built it with Savannah. I got that for Savannah about 2 years ago. We built it together.
Yeah.
So I got some. I actually have 2 Lego sets I need to build now. I bought myself an X-Wing, and Jen and Savannah got me the DeLorean for Christmas. That's got to be probably going to be the biggest Lego set I ever built. It's like I think it's over 2,000 pieces, but it looks really cool. Are you the real Holden, Hardman, and Jen? Yes, we are. We are the one and only. For those of you that have just tuned in recently, I'm going to be at Fan Expo in New Orleans this weekend. So not as a guest, I'll just be around filming. So if you happen to see me, feel free to stop and say hey. Fellow Minnesotan here, love you guys. Loved your guys' Avatar: The Last Airbender reaction. Have you guys ever thought of reacting to anime? Yes. We talked at length about doing Death Note. So I think that'll, I don't know. I won't say that'll be the anime that we'll start off with, but it's one that I think Jen will be interested in seeing.
Yeah. I don't know if, because you have described it and it sounds so good, I don't know if that should be the first one. Because I feel like that would be setting me up to fail because the bar would be so high.
I've always, anime is like a genre or a medium, and there's genre within it. So Death Note is like a suspense psychological thriller type of anime. So if we watched other suspenseful psychological animes, I think that they'd be comparable to one another if we found them of quality, as opposed to like an action anime or like a child-centric anime or, there's horror anime even. The real McBen. Hey guys, have you watched The Chosen? It's an amazing, wonderful show. And when do you think you can watch Andor? It's also amazing.
Andor has been on our list.
Yeah.
Ever since you guys mentioned it for the first time, or we saw it on Disney Plus for the first time. But we did decide after kind of all the content that we were putting out that we wanted to try and focus more on finishing Jessica Jones, doing the next movie series, and then we also had Rebels. So I think once we get through either Rebels or Jessica Jones, then Andor, it's definitely something that I want to do very soon. So I think that's going to be our next contender, at least.
Yeah, we really were hyping out or pumping out a lot of content in December. It was almost like daily. So we are trying to scale back just a little bit because I need time to work on my Star Wars short film. We are in the process of working on a documentary together.
Yeah.
And I think there's one other thing that we're wanting to do that's not like reaction based. So we're not stopping them by any means, but we do need to free up a little time, especially before the baby gets here, to work on these other things. But you'll be the beneficiary of them. You'll get to see them, but they're more like productions, and therefore they take more time and energy and money in a lot of cases to make. So we're trying to scale back just a little, not a lot, but just enough to free us up some time. When will season 7 Clone Wars reactions be going on YouTube publicly? Should be soon. I posted one today, and so it's been like every other day or so we've been releasing them, so it shouldn't be very long. I missed some. Okay, Star Wars Guild. Hey, thank you. So long time since I've been on a live stream with you two. My girlfriend and I are now happily married. Wonderful. Congratulations.
Yay.
Congrats on all the news with you two. I'm still watching your reaction all the time. Love you both. Thank you, Star Wars Guild. Appreciate it. In the middle of my Star Wars short film, and the reason I'm more okay talking about it now is because it's been 80% filmed, so I still got quite a bit of VFX work to do on it, but it is coming along nicely. Big shout out to Ben McKinney and Devin Mombourquette, our channel editor, for helping me on that project. It's a lot of actors. It's probably one of the more elaborate shorts I've done. I messaged Jen on Insta, but just wanted to say thank you again for introducing me to some new amazing music. It's helped me through a lot recently.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
That's sweet. One of the things that Jen and I, once we were going from like friendship coworker to more, was we exchanged music with one another a lot through text messages.
Yeah.
So we'd send each other songs that we both liked and we'd listen to, and that's more of the cheesier side of our
That's not cheesy.
Story.
Music is never cheesy.
It's not cheesy, but like, hey, this song reminded me of you. Got
I don't think we said that
throw
once.
It down. Oh, sorry. No, I didn't say that.
We didn't say that once.
No, I didn't.
Good Lord.
I'm just kidding. Drop that booty on me, bro. I did. It was all sweet stuff. The legend of Vox Machina is great intro to the show. If you're unsure, maybe watch that off stream. Critters will flock to the channel. Sex, violence, dark, funny, and awesome villains. Oh, very cool. I know.
Like right on my alley.
Yeah. More Holden documentaries. Let's go. Yeah, man. The UFO one was such a rewarding one to do. I spent so much time on that. And that was before I got my upgraded camera, which I've been using I think that was the last project I used before I upgraded the camera. And then when I go and look back at it, I'm like, oh, I could have looked so much better if I had my better equipment.
He's totally wrong.
I'm definitely my own worst critic. I have a hard time kind of going back and watching some of my old stuff in general, my old short films, my old stuff, because I'm just like, oh, I thought I didn't do one more take, and I'm going to be about that way with Star Wars. I'm probably going to be like that forever. And then we did one shortly after the UFO one. We did the haunted places, and that one didn't fare as well. It wasn't. That was
a lot of fun though.
It wasn't as long. It was a lot of fun to do. Bailey Moore, no question or comment or anything, but thank you so much for that super chat. Jason Todd, congrats on the baby, guys. Holden, will you fulfill the DBZ meme where the dad gets to name his son Goku as long as the wife is always right? I have heard of that. I've been calling the baby Gohan this whole time.
I told him that in the interim, until baby's born, he can refer to baby as Gohan. So we all have been referring to the baby as baby Gohan. But the deal was that was not going to be his name. We do have a couple contenders, and I will let you know that the number one contender is a name that Holden came up with. And it's not my favorite, but I don't hate it. But our kind of negotiation was I get to kind of pick the middle name. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we've gone through thousands of names.
Literally, I bought 4 books, and each one of them was 100,000 names?
Yeah. Something like that.
100,000 names. We went through the entire book and we could not come up with a name.
We couldn't. Let's be clear. We couldn't
boy
agree.
name.
We couldn't agree on a name because I had names I loved. You had names you loved, and I'd be like, no, and you were like, absolutely
to be
not.
fair, we came up with a girl's name
Right away,
like that.
no problem.
So that's the only reason we were kind of like, well, if it's a girl, that would
the name settled.
Yeah. And for the girl, since it's going to be a boy, I'm going to just go ahead and tell him. For a girl, we came up with Mercia.
We like Mercia for a little girl. Like Mercy. I know that it's in England there's a land that's Mercia.
Yeah.
But I thought it was feminine. It was merciful, strong, and I think he had a stronger strong middle name. So very feminine first name, strong middle name, and then Hardman, strong last name.
Yeah. But I said, I was like, it's going to be a boy for that reason, because we had already picked out like a girl's name. We were set on it. But we cannot come up with a boy's name. But last week, he came up with a name, and I was very much like, I just don't like it. But I simmered on it. I said, okay, all right, well, we'll tentatively go with that. But I wanted to pick the middle name. So we have one. We don't want to reveal it.
Yeah, because it might change, or there's still time. But so we'll think there. Okay. The UFO documentary was very good. Lived in the area my whole life and never knew about that. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Will you watch Bad Batch after Rebels? Also, any plans on watching RRR? Bad Batch, probably. The Star Wars show stuff that we've been doing on Patreon has been really, really well, because they just straight up, they don't do all that well on the main YouTube channel, but there's enough interest for people to go over to Patreon. And I think because we make it such a low tier that it's like either $1 to $5 to get you access to all of them, gives incentive for the viewer that, hey, I would pay something to see that. We don't skimp on the quality of them either. They're still 30-minute long, fully edited videos. So that's been beneficial. So I think regardless of what we do after Rebels, and we still have a long way to go through Rebels,
right?
That we probably will continue to do that for some show that may not appeal to the general audience, but still has a strong enough niche people would pay to see it. We
really like the idea of continuing that, just having something that's exclusive to Patreon besides just like early access. So I think that's something that we might stick with.
Yeah. And, if enough kind of like with Clone Wars, enough time goes by. We actually asked the patrons if they would be comfortable with us making them publicly, because the way I viewed it was, we still give them perks other than just seeing Rebels. But for like the $5 tier, they get their name in the credits, and we were giving them access. So it was like a bonus perk to get access to Clone Wars and Rebels. So we asked, would y'all be comfortable, because it's been 6 months since we posted these on Patreon, if we were to release them slowly publicly. And overwhelmingly, like 95% said that was fine with them.
Which is so great.
So we started just releasing them slowly from that. And we'll probably do something similar with Rebels. My name is Bailey from Australia. I just wanted to congratulate you on the baby. Thank you. I'm truly excited to see this journey you and Holden will begin. Best of wishes to you and your family. Thank you very much.
So sweet.
We appreciate that. Just joined the live stream. Huge congrats. I'm so happy for you guys. Is Fox excited to be a big brother? He doesn't know. And even if he did know right now,
his response would literally be, okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't click.
All right.
It wouldn't. His reaction would be, okay.
I even think that like when he is able to like fully understand, Fox is just like very like one note type of kid. He he likes being by himself. He likes playing just like simple stuff. So he's not I don't see him just getting like, oh my gosh, which is fine. He's just he's the opposite of Savannah.
Yeah, until he's confronted with the change, I think he won't give it much mind. Yeah. Chimp, again, what's y'all's music taste? I'm more on the metal and rock side, but enjoy most genres.
I'm the same. I like metal, rock, and alternative.
Yeah, I like alternative rock. My music taste has been the same for forever. I like I don't really listen to anything. The most recent band I was enjoying was what is that one band called?
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons. I like them a lot. But I don't think I like anything top 40. I'm not, some like mainstream music I'm just not about. I acknowledge that a lot of it can be like really, really catchy. but there's absolutely no substance to any of it at all. And so for that reason, I'm out. And it's overplayed to just into the earth as well. Another show I recommend you guys watch is Severance. It's easily one of the top 5 shows of 2022. It's directed by Ben Stiller. Oh, very cool.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Bygone Jim Hardman. Star Wars short film. Yes, I'm working on a Star Wars short film. There's some sneak peekish stuff on Patreon. I for some of the higher tier patrons, I posted like kind of the makings of. A lot of it is like back and forth with the VFX guys about some of the space stuff that we're going to be doing. So, and I've been keeping it really under the radar until it's a little further along, but we've made some really great progress, and our last day of filming will be this next Saturday. So I'm very happy with the way it's coming along, and I hope that you will all enjoy it. Star Wars fans are really hard to please. It's really hard to do anything new without being too new. And it's really hard to make something that isn't just a rehash and exactly the same. I mean, how many lightsaber fights are on YouTube right now? How many Star Wars short films? So
honestly, though, that sounds like exactly my concerns with every single thing that we watch.
Yeah. So fair enough. So and it's something that I wrote and am directing. So it's my name is right at the front. Holden made this. So if it sucks or people hate it, they're coming after me. And Star Wars is a property that they will come after you if they hate it. So we'll see. I think it's good. My mentality is, what's something I would like to see in Star Wars, and then I'm making that. So whether other people want to see that too or not, we'll see. I think good anime choices, either showing Jen DBZ or DBZ Kai, or even DBZ first, Attack on Titan, or perhaps Death Note would all be great choices. I agree.
I've heard Attack on Titan is very, very good. So
I'm hesitant with anime more in general because Toei and like the Japanese companies that make it are much, much harsher when it comes to copyright. So if we were to do reactions to them, it might be much more like chopped up and much like less of the actual episodes. So that's something the viewer would need to consider as well, because I'm not willing to get copyright strikes, to try and include 5 extra minutes of reaction footage. But so that's something to consider as well with anime in general. Here, you want to read this one here?
Epsy?
Yep.
Have to get ready for work. Good luck with everything you guys do. I love you guys and everything you do. Thank you for making my days better. I love messages like that. It's really nice to know that just like us being, I don't even know why y'all watch us, honestly, though, because we're like geeky, inappropriate,
religious, all at the same time.
But we appreciate you guys watching us. We really, really do. It makes us continue to be able to do this for a living, which is just we're very, very thankful for. So we're thankful for you guys.
Benji loved Alien Week. Jen's reaction to Aliens was amazing. I had nightmares as a kid from the first film, but as an adult is one of my favorites. What was your guys' favorite sci-fi alien movies growing up? Great question. Dragon Ball Z, I guess that's alien technically. Superman, is that an alien movie?
Mine was the X-Files movie.
Oh, you loved X-Files.
I've seen that movie so many times. If you guys love sci-fi alien stuff, even if you are not familiar with the X-Files show, I highly recommend checking out that movie because it is so memorable to me for so many reasons. And I think that they did a very good portrayal of aliens. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. I like Men in Black a lot too. I'm trying to think like offhand what I watched as a kid. So probably Men in Black I really enjoyed a lot. I'm glad you enjoyed Alien Week too. That's something that we just wanted to do. That wasn't a poll or anything.
Absolutely.
That was just something we were interested in doing. Grogu Hardman, that's funny. Loved your channel. Helped me through some tough times in the military. Much love. Very cool. Thank you so much. That's Holden got the Lego Titanic set. I was looking at it last week, as a matter of fact. But I don't think I would have anywhere close to the amount of time to be able to put that thing together. And it's like $700.
Well, his birthday is coming up, so
I don't know. I got to get through my DeLorean and my X-Wing first.
That's fine. You have 3 months.
Alexander, good morning, Holden and Jen. Holden, does the idea of showing Jen the Family Guy Star Wars parody episode Blue Harvest sound appealing? Also, the show Blackbird on Apple TV is so good. Highly recommend it. I would. Family Guy is very like guy humor too, kind of like Rick and Morty. So I don't know if you would really enjoy them. I also think we need to rewatch the original trilogy too, because Jen's only seen it once when we
And
did
I
the reaction.
really like, y'all probably get annoyed because I get annoyed with it. Like, I'll watch a movie once and I'll forget half of it. I really need to see the movie a second time to be able to absorb everything. So that is a perfect example of that.
Yeah. So, but I absolutely would, because I love those. Those were so funny. I have them all on Blu-ray, actually. I think I have them on DVD too. So they were really funny. Red Balloon, welcome to the Harmy. Jay Flicks, hey Holden and Jen, I heard you got a kid on the way. Congrats! I'm so happy.
Do.
Yes, thank you very much. We're very, very excited.
Yes.
Oh, and I can't wait to meet little Gohan. Bailey Moore, hey, just wondering, have you told Matt about the baby? If so, what is his reaction? I haven't heard from Matt actually on it, so I don't know. I've been trying to reach out to him, but I'll probably give him a call this weekend actually. But yeah, I'd love to know his thoughts. Geeky, inappropriate, and religious is how I describe myself as well. As another super chat said, The Chosen is something to check out, even privately. Yeah, I've heard that it's really good. I know that there was some sort of controversy about some line Jesus said in the show where he's like, I am the law of Moses. And the evangelical fundamentalists were like, that's what Mormons say. Are they Mormon? And we're freaking out about that. And that's always going to be a danger when you have to create dialogue for Jesus, for the show, because the denominational lines are so like fickle, depending. Like Seventh-day Adventists are like, if Jesus doesn't say the Sabbath is Saturday only, I'm not watching. And the Baptists are like, if they don't condemn alcohol in this show, I'm not watching. There's all these little tiny, things like that. So, but from what I hear, they take it seriously, and so far it's been good. Hey, there's a reaction channel named Blind Wave. They have the issue with copyright. They upload all their shows to their website. I don't know how it all works. Maybe you could reach out and ask. Really cool. Yeah. I'd be interested in doing something like that. We have to be mindful of the legality, regardless of whether it's on YouTube's automatic claim thing or not. Like when we do full-length reactions on Patreon, but I don't show any of the movie because we can't legally. And there are some channels, I guess, that use some other hosting site aside from YouTube to post the full movie and their reaction. That is straight up illegal. People cannot pay you through Patreon to watch a movie, to watch the full-length movie. So, and they're like, well, they do it, so it's fine. No, I'm sorry, but I'm not willing to do that. I know the law well enough to know you can't display the full movie. And the reason we're able to do reactions is because, for one thing, it's cut up. We do a discussion of it. We interact during, and we discuss it after. So we add more to the content, and we don't disclose it in its entirety. So that's legal jargon that nobody really cares about, but there's a reason we do that stuff too.
I think you missed one.
Oh, did I?
I know it was a really
good
one.
Yeah, here. Jen. Who's your favorite character on Friends and why?
I go between Ross and Chandler, but I think Ross really is my favorite. I think Chandler has the better jokes, but Ross's life is just in turmoil all the time, and it's just so hilarious. I mean, the guy studies dinosaurs for a living. I think something that sums him up is the scene where he tried hitting on a female, and his way of doing that was asking her which way she preferred to die. So I'm gonna have to go with Ross.
Very cool. Just super chatting again to tell Jen, as a Brit, your English accent is amazing. For real though, I laugh a lot when I hear you guys talk about us.
Listen, y'all, I don't even know why y'all think that's so funny, because it's terrible. Like, I can't even identify an accent, whether it's like Scottish or British or some of the other like terms. I'm just not good at it. I try sometimes because I really would like to be able to do an accent, because he's like fantastic at it naturally.
No.
But I'm just so bad at it. So I really appreciate you guys like getting a crack out of it, because I'm very bad at it.
Well, when I did the established titles ad and I did the Scottish Holden for that, I'd never done a Scottish accent before, and so I literally looked up like YouTube videos of how they enunciate. Like, one thing I never realized is that Scottish people they roll their R's when they talk. So I was like, oh, I suppose they do, don't they? And so I was like, I would just practice individual words. And even in that, people said I was going back and forth between like Scottish and Russian. because it's hard for me to do like the Scottish accent without being like really angry at them, you know. And so it took me a lot of practice even to sound possibly
What
Scottish.
was it? The intro to Glass Onion.
They haven't seen it yet.
I know, but when it comes out, y'all have to watch it specifically for that reason because I was dying. It was fantastic.
Yeah, because we've been getting the Daniel Craig accent thing so many times,
which I still don't. I still don't understand. Like, are we pronouncing it wrong, or is it from the perspective of somebody that lives overseas and therefore?
I think in England it's Craig, like plague, Craig, but it is absolutely in America. Anyone's name that's Craig is pronounced Craig, so it's absolutely just a difference of our dialect or how we say things. So in Glass Onion, I ended up poking fun at mispronunciations that British people do because they keep getting on to us about Daniel Craig. And so anyway, you'll have to see that. That'll be next week. Panda message was retracted. I don't know what you said, but thank you so much for the super chat. Any tips on making a fan film or how to get started? I've been sitting on a Spider-Man and maybe a Batman film for a while. Yes, as a matter of fact, I did when I did my Batman short film, I did a whole video talking about how I made it and things to consider, budget, equipment, so and I'm doing that for Star Wars as well. So the Star Wars short film I'm going to be doing a how it was made type of thing from the perspective of like low budget, not a whole lot of experienced people, kind of one-man band stuff. If you're trying to kind of do the role of everything, and my solutions and my how I kind of got around problems and whatnot from a non like studio or formally trained person. So right now I think it's called How I Made My Batman short film. You can look it up. I go into it about that.
Lance, we love that you continue to try those seriously.
Yeah, I love it.
I guess I'll keep trying.
It is one of the best parts of the videos, having you do your accent, and you have gotten better. Give it a try now.
Oh no!
Read Rick J's super chat. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. No. As a thank you, Jenna's going to read the comment in a British accent.
All right, just for you guys though. Wait, do one so I know what to model it after because I really don't even know where to start.
I mean, Dylan Brody, can we get a demonstration, Jen? Yeah. I hope you all have a great day.
I hope y'all have a great day.
That was good. That was really good. Eminius, thank you so much for the super chat. No question or comment or anything, but we appreciate that a lot. Scottish is pretty good, Holden. Thanks a lot. Shame it was established title tab. I think I'm going to bring the character back for a different sponsorship down the line. We had like a surge of sponsorships around December, partially because I was trying to get some more money for Christmas presents, and we were having our baby, and we were wanting to do a trip like further into like summer of 2023 that was going to cost some money. And so I was like, if we don't go now, we're not going. So I was like, I needed to raise a little bit of extra money to do that. So that's why we got a little surge of sponsorships around then. Anyways, I'm thinking about bringing the Scottish character back for future sponsorships when and if we get them.
I think you should just bring the character back around the house. Like just doing random things.
No, because if I
like answering the door to get packages and stuff.
Thanks. So I say I can't even. I have to like start off British and then switch over. I can't just do it.
And let Fox and Savannah see you in that. They'll be so confused.
Walking around with my kilt. I literally bought that outfit just for that ad. Okay. Hey, Holden, I'm a big fan of the channel. Just wondering what your thoughts on James Gunn's new rebooted DCU. Keep up the great work. I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't like them getting rid of Henry Cavill. I like him as Superman. I understand the mentality of it, though.
What's their reasoning, though?
They just want to start fresh. They want to start. They feel like it's too muddled up right now. And with James Gunn being the new head honcho, he's going to really kind of.
I thought he was. The DC movies are not my favorite, but I thought that he did a great job. And I think that the consensus is that
James Gunn,
Zack
Henry Cavill, yes.
And I thought the consensus was that he did do a good job.
I think the thing that they'd be worried about if they rebooted everything and kept Henry Cavill, there's still going to be an association with the Zack Snyder universe because it's still him. So I think that they're just kind of like with Spider-Man. They're just let's start from the beginning.
That's not very fair for him.
Yeah, it sucks for him. Absolutely. And what makes it worse is that Warner Brothers told Henry Cavill that they had other things for Superman in mind. They were going to be working on stuff.
Didn't he also get axed for The Witcher?
I think he left The Witcher willingly because of creative disputes and creative differences.
I really like him as an actor.
I do too. So I'm really of two minds about it, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I would say on the surface of it, that's a choice that I'm not crazy about. But I'm just going to let James Gunn do his thing, and at least the wheels are turning at Warner Brothers for DC. So I'm happy with that. Let's hopefully we'll get some good movements here. Team Magic Infinity, good to see you again. Happy Friday, New Year's. Congrats on the baby news. Looking forward to another year of wonderful content. Thank you very much. We're hoping to do more creative stuff together, more like projects outside of just reaction stuff. We're still going to be doing reaction stuff, but Jen and I are working on things together.
Yeah, I got a couple messages from people like a little panicked that we were going to either slow down or stop doing content. And that's definitely not the case. We don't have any intention of stopping. We do understand that baby will mean that we need to kind of adjust, which we've had to do in the past for different reasons. So we will continue to do that, but we still have lots of plans, lots of things that we want to do. So
will you guys watch Legend of Korra? I think you guys will love it. And it's been as better animation. I think we'll even make Jen watch TVZ. Thanks, big fan. So yeah, we got a lot of people asking about Legend of Korra at the end of of Avatar, and our answer to that is maybe. The reason is because we need to finish Jessica Jones. There's other shows that we want to do, and we've been doing a lot of animation. So I know you guys, unless you're a patron, you haven't been seeing the Rebels that we've been doing, but we've still been producing Rebels on top of that. So it's been a lot of animation, and I think we were just wanting to do some more adult stuff. Just straight up. I understand that Legend of Korra is a little bit more mature. And I personally am interested in seeing the story continue. And I do know that the animation is better. So but it is long. It's like 4 seasons. So it's a commitment. So it's weighing our options, right? And people want us to see Arcane, and they want us to watch, these other shows as well. So it's probably going to come down to the poll. Once we finish Jessica Jones, which we filmed a little bit more today, and we're probably going to bang out next week, we'll do a poll, and it's going to be probably like Legend of Korra, the next Netflix Marvel show, Daredevil, whatever, Arcane, and we're going to just kind of let the patrons decide. I'm not British, but that was pretty good. Yeah, see, there you go.
Don't patronize me.
9, 10, 11. I got to get going soon too.
It's okay. I have a pretty thick skin, and I'm also a realist, and that's just it's not good, but it's fine.
We're going to be wrapping up soon, guys. I'm going to be at Fan Expo in New Orleans today, tomorrow, and Sunday. I'm going to be driving there right after this. I'm not going to be a guest. I'm just going to be around filming. So if you happen to see me, feel free to stop by and say, hey, Adam E., congrats. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that a lot. Tom Sutton, I just wanted to say thank you for inviting us into your home to share in these experiences. They were extremely helpful during the pandemic. Thank you. And congratulations to you both on your growing your family. Thank you very much. We don't share everything. Like we share very little of our lives with the kids, and that's intentional. And I think it's probably going to be the same with the baby. Leading up to, I've been documenting the pregnancy journey, and we'll be documenting the delivery and all that. But as far as there are some things that we just keep personal, and every once in a while we'll show some stuff with the kids. We do a travel video or something. If we happen to go on a trip somewhere, we'll include them. But our day-to-day lives, our priority is the kids.
Also, we want to respect their privacy. So that's a big reason why we don't show them as much as we do some other stuff. Yeah.
I know there are channels that their whole channel is the kids. And I'm kind of, I think like most of y'all, I'm kind of mixed minds about that of, is this good for them?
And an example would be Savannah I think we did Hocus Pocus with her.
Yeah.
And we had a thorough conversation, both me and Holden together, and then with Savannah. And we wanted to make sure that she was ready, and that we kept a very close eye on the comments, the reception, because any type of negativity, I think that's something that we're very sensitive to, and I'm sure any parent is sensitive to, but we want to make sure that we're maintaining their privacy and it's not all over YouTube.
Yeah. And, considering what we do for a living, we're, they have limited like screen time. Like Fox doesn't get to be, he has like a little Leapfrog learning tablet, which he got for Christmas, and it's very limited, the amount that we allow him to be on there.
And it's all educational stuff. So
Yeah.
it's not YouTube or
even that. And so it's very, very limited stuff. And then Savannah doesn't even have a cell phone right now. So, which I'm totally fine with. I know
we're very happy with.
So I try not to be, too strict, but it's interesting because we make YouTube videos and, social media is kind of a part of that. And then also being very, very strict. I think for me, it's because I know how dangerous and how impactful it is. We make videos for adults. And so, hopefully you can decide the amount of time you spend with us.
Yeah, there was somebody actually sent us a message about Savannah. It was very inappropriate. And that was enough to really make us be like, do we even want to do like a hocus pocus type thing? That really scares us. So we like to share a little bit just to kind of include you guys so that the basics of our life and our family. But we don't like to kind of have the channel focused on that just because they're still so young.
Yeah. And Savannah's at that age where it's really important for like social validation, and so the idea of if she's in a video with us, she could show that off to her friends who are trying to make TikToks or whatever. And, see the number of views, the number of likes.
We want to raise good kids, and YouTube and social media sometimes
not the best parent. So, and I don't claim to, people say that we're pretty wholesome, but we like you said, we'll have sex jokes from time to time, whatever. But I'm very aware of that with her, and I love her too much to ignore what she does, on social media or how that affects her. And so you're all adults, so hopefully you can make the right choices with the amount of time you spend watching. We make sure that we turn phones off and we spend quality time. That is super important. And so keep that in mind. All that's important. Nobody asked our parenting advice anyway, so sorry we shared that with.
Don't pay attention to our parenting advice because we have our own struggles.
Yeah. And we're not perfect either, for sure. Jerry Augustin, you guys are helping me get through work. Oh, cool. I'm glad we can help you get through it. Somebody go, Cora isn't even all that great. It's a hard pass. Rusta de Busta, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. Arcane is so good. Ever consider reacting to the movie Ready Player One? Yes. And have you broken the big news to Boston?
Boston, no matter what, she always has this like concerned look on her face.
Yeah.
You should have seen her when we were taking the announcement pictures. She was terrified. I don't even know why. She was giving us the strangest look. So I think no matter what, she's going to have the same reaction.
Yeah, it's in Boston. Ready Player One, yes. The thing, I've been holding off on that one because I want us to get a little bit more. It's so much pop culture reference. So like Gundam, the Iron Giants in it. So I kind of want to watch those before we watch that one. Holden, I love your shirt. Where'd you get it? Thanks. I got it on Amazon, I think, actually, when we were doing some more horror stuff. I got to get going soon here, guys. So I'm going to be at Fan Expo, New Orleans, if you want to come see me this weekend. Jen, you seriously need to let Holden name your baby Gohan. By the way, congrats.
I'm giving him 9 months of baby Gohan. So I can't give into that.
And
but I did give into a name that he picked out. That's not necessarily my favorite. So I feel like that's kind of meeting him halfway.
Yeah, and of course, I know that if we just call the baby Gohan for the whole 9 months, eventually we'll just get so used to it, we're going to naturally call the baby that.
And he was also a little manipulative, telling y'all that he wants to name it Gohan, but I wouldn't let him because then I have to deal with the Harmy trying to persuade me to name. So very, very nice job.
I said it was a joke.
Very smart. I give him a lot of credit for that.
I wouldn't do that. Holden, we haven't seen your reaction for Ant-Man 3. You need to give info to Jen about Kang. I guess we didn't react. The reason we didn't react to that one, I think, is because we saw it in theaters accidentally. We were watching another movie and that the trailer ran. But Jen has seen Kang. We saw Kang in Loki. So Barely remember.
Another instance of I saw something once, and it's hard for me to kind of remember who it was. So.
Yes.
I would watch Loki again, though.
Trey Potter, welcome to the Harmony, my friend. Glad that you're here. Cut to Boston's clueless face in the Predator video made me laugh so hard. Glad you enjoyed that.
Crazy.
Gohan is the nickname. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. 9 months of Gohan playing the long game, I see. Middle name Gohan? I requested it. What do you guys react to the Batman the Animated Series? Jen has actually seen a lot of the Batman animated series.
That was something else, because it always used to be on like Saturday morning. Like we didn't have cable. So it was on like the Saturday morning
WB Kids or something.
Yeah. I think it was WB. And I just remember seeing the animated Harley Quinn. And I really enjoyed it. That's like an animated show that I would watch like all the time. So yeah, I didn't see all of it. I saw like a couple episodes, but enough to enjoy it.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy does the voice of Batman. He was the voice in the video games and some of the movies. His voice is iconic for Batman. I love him. He passed away recently. I did a little post about him too. Vote for the baby's name on Patreon.
I knew somebody was going to say that.
I jokingly suggested that, but
we're not doing that because I know y'all will back him up with the name Gohan.
To be honest, I wanted to name our son Peter originally, well before. 2 reasons. Peter, obviously my favorite superhero, Spider-Man, but also one of my favorite apostles, because I'm, spiritual. So I was like, Peter,
and I don't want
classic good name,
It may be a classic name, but I want something a little more meaningful, I guess.
He could choose go by Pete. It's a good, like, when he's an adult, it's a respectable grown-up name. It can't just be like Timmy.
Honey, you're never going to...
I know.
Peter's off, unherunfortunately.
We've already passed it. We've already had the conversation. It's not
But
happening.
I think the name that he picked out is meaningful.
Well, Peter's would be meaningful to me, but I know it's too generic. I got you.
The name that he picked out that we have agreed on is meaningful. It's a unique name. I think that people will like it.
I hope so. Well, I mean, naming babies today. I mean, what person that has named their baby in today's area that you're like, that's a good name.
But that name hasn't crossed that boundary where it's like so weird that
we'll see.
Like where you name your kid Apple. Like that's like out there.
So if you would just name him Kakarot, threw it out there, threw it as a suggestion, not happening.
Honestly, one of the contenders, I will tell you one of the contenders that I liked, and this one is a little out there, but I really liked it. Valhalla.
Yeah, she liked Valhalla.
I very much was like, that is a badass name. It's unique. How many people know somebody named that?
Valhalla, yeah.
And it's a little dark, but I like it.
I'm not opposed to Valhalla. It is like pretty cool. But she actually suggested Loki as well. And
I admit that was a bad taste.
The idea, which is it's a cool name, but the idea, I don't want to name my child after the god of mischief.
I get it. The meaning is just going to haunt him. So I really gave into that. I was like, okay, we can't do Loki.
Thor, yeah, Qui-Gon. I would do Qui-Gon for sure. I suggested Ragnar. That's
the boundary though. That's a little too
maybe
like out there.
I suggested Avar from Valhalla.
I don't like I
or Ivar. No, that's Ivar the Boneless. Avor is his name. Avor, sorry.
How's that spelled?
Eivor.
It's close enough.
Actually, that's a good name, Jen. All right, I gotta get going. Bjorn, that was it. Kal-El.
I said Bjorn.
Kal-El.
I said Bjorn. I'm totally fine with Bjorn. I realize that one is borderline, like way out there, but
someone says I was gonna say you shouldn't do Gohan, but now that I hear the other choices you're throwing around, by God, name your kid Gohan. See, these are the reason we're mentioning them is because they were our more off-wall suggestions. All right, guys, I gotta get going. I'm gonna be at Fan Expo. If you are in the New Orleans area, I'll be there this weekend.
Viking.
Vader, yeah, Anakin, maybe. So we'll let you guys know once we've really nailed it down. We're thinking what it is now would probably be pretty good, but good change. All right, guys, that's it. We appreciate y'all. We love you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys so much for all your support. We really appreciate you guys. You mean the world to us, and we can't wait to get into what's next.
Yes, and thank you for the mail, the Christmas presents that we opened at the beginning. So thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye. And okay, ending now. Okay.